Alright, what is up, guys? This is the first episode of
You don't have to start
our podcast, and I just wanted to say, no, I want to do that though because it's a pivotal moment.
It is pretty
for
pivotal.
us.
I'm not gonna fight it.
Like every other first, there has to be some shit going wrong. So we have like mic issues and stuff. So in the future and stuff will sound better, but for right now we sound like we're talking through fucking walkie-talkies, but it's okay.
Giving it a little much, like walkie-talkies, a little primitive for what we got going on here. Like we got a MacBook
Well, shit.
Pro. We got the fucking ring light. Everything's everything. So, but yeah, we're just gonna
do us. We have a list of topics here. We're planning to post every Saturday night. If you guys have a better idea for a schedule for us, let us know because we want to have as much as you tune in as possible.
shoot your shot.
Yeah, shoot your shot.
I'm kind of more all in favor of the kind of say and spray type of thing.
Yeah.
We kind of put it out there, chop it up a little bit, and give it to you raw because, I mean, we're not really here to be on that rehearsed shit. This is just...
Yeah, this is about to just be spit. We're not going to cut any of this. We're just going to, like, put pictures up and stuff like that every once in a while, but this is going uncut. So whatever you hear is what you hear. And, yeah. Usually in our podcast, because we are going to be filming on Friday nights and stuff, we might be drinking, we might be vaping. So if you guys have any of that shit, go ahead. If you smoke the ganja, go ahead and roll up. We're with y'all right now.
Smoke them tobacco leaves. Go ahead and do your thing. Like, it's a judgment-free zone. Anything else, man, just be safe. I can't really condone it. But
oh, yeah, for sure. Stay your ass in the house.
Unless you're in Colorado, dude. Do your
thing.
If
you're in Colorado, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You see that they just legalized.
Yeah, they legalized shrooms in Colorado. Y'all are just having a great time. Like, you guys can go to college, no issues. You
That's
can smoke
Oregon.
some pot. Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's Oregon. I don't think Colorado is going to school for free yet.
Well, my ass didn't get no free school, so I'm dumb as hell now.
You got reefer. You got shrooms. I mean, you're winning.
All right. So, we have our list of topics. So the first topic is kind of serious.
What is it?
It's about the birth control and abortion regulations in the states right now. Well, the major states that we know about that are having like some pretty fucked up shit. Basically Alabama and Georgia. Where, here, hold on.
Shocker. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, shit, I had an article, but it's gone. Anyway, I've pretty much been hearing about it for the past like 2 or 3 days. But they're basically trying to pass a bill where you can criminalize somebody for having an abortion or a miscarriage, and if a doctor performs it, they could actually get up to 99 years in jail, basically like a life sentence for it.
99 years.
Yeah, for performing.
Like, they're not even handing out time like that to serial rapists.
Yeah, I know.
So you're telling me
that's like the main argument where it's like, so you're telling me you could rape somebody and be Gucci, but if you perform an abortion, you get life.
I feel like nobody in Alabama or Georgia is going to be trying to be a doctor now. Like,
that part.
You might as well just like study to be a serial killer. You know, you might get out in fucking 4 years.
I just don't get how
like
a
doctor, you get 99.
But the thing is like they're also passing like the heartbeat bill and stuff, which is already like going around in certain states.
That's like,
but it's basically like if there's a heartbeat there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Right, but a heartbeat can happen up to 6 weeks, and usually when women are pregnant at that time, they don't even know they're pregnant. So by the time they actually, and certain doctors won't even tell you that you're pregnant until after that time. They'll be like, hey, it's too early, you need to come back.
Do you think it's because of their views, or do you think it's just because they don't?
They just don't. I could be wrong. Some of you guys in the comments might know a little bit more about it than me. It's just I know that some doctors will be like, it's a little too early to know for sure. Like some women will piss on a pee stick and it'll come up negative for 6-7 weeks and then end up being pregnant. So it's just like, if you're pregnant, you're just fucking stuck. And then you can't even go out of state to get the damn abortion because you'll get in trouble also. So
you get like charged as an accessory or some shit.
That's what I've been hearing, but a lot of stuff has been getting mixed up where it's like some people are saying one thing and then other people are saying the other. Like it's just getting really mixed up.
But I'm like, all right, so if I got a conservative doctor and I'm just so pro-life and I just don't want this baby, Is he just gonna be like, oh no,
he's
you're
gonna
good?
tell you to no, he's gonna tell you
me?
to put it up for adoption. That's what he's gonna tell you to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, how often are people adopting? I've never looked into
people really don't adopt kids. It's weird because in America, people usually adopt from other countries.
Like foreign, like
because it's so weird how Americans have like this thing where they feel like the only poverty-stricken areas are outside of the United States. Like, there's probably a poverty-stricken area within your city that you could adopt a child from, but they're like, no, I need to have a baby from a different country.
Yeah, you want a baby from fucking
you want a foreign
Uganda.
Baby. Right,
have you ever seen the east side of fuck that? Have you ever been to Gary, Indiana?
Right.
Holy shit.
Tons of kids that need parents.
Dude, that's so fucked up. But like, how are we gonna trust a doctor that is just gonna make, because they take an oath, right? Mm-hmm. They take an oath to save lives. So then it boils down to whose life do I deem as a life? That's where the bill comes in. Once that bill comes in, what life do I deem as a life at 6 weeks? That is a life. It has a heartbeat. That's what they're trying to like be like. You get what I'm saying? And then it's gonna snowball. It's gonna be like a political snowball because, all right, you say if we move to, let's say, Connecticut, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what Connecticut, it's just the first thing that came to mind. All right, if I move to Connecticut just to go have this procedure done, all right, they might try to extradite me for this back to Georgia or Alabama, right?
Alabama.
So if I go to Canada, how is Canada gonna let them extradite me
I'm
for
actually
something?
not really familiar with Canada's.
Don't get me wrong, I know Interpol and all that. Like, if I'm a murderer and I run up to Canada, some dude in a fucking red jacket on a horse is gonna fucking send me back to Duval County. Like, they do that, right? That's why everybody tries to go to Mexico.
On a damn moose.
But if it's something that they deem as unconstitutional, how are they gonna? No,
that is true though, because like you could do something in another country that's completely legal in the U.S. and they'll deem it unconstitutional by their standards, and you can get in trouble there. So I'm not really sure.
Or vice versa. If you go to England and have consensual sex with a 16-year-old, you're fine. But
right,
here,
you do that here, you can't. Well, in some states here, you can't do that.
I think.
Yeah, that's the weird.
I think Connecticut is one of the ones.
Yeah, like it's
you
so
can
weird.
Unless you're like their teacher or some shit. Like I had a dude telling me a story about like he went to this concert and. Long story short, I'm like, dude, you guys are fucked. I looked it up. Lo and behold, he's not their teacher or like their mentor. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's
Connecticut.
Just weird. I don't know. It's just weird because like even though like in Florida, for example,
I don't do that in Florida.
16-year-olds can consensually have sex with somebody up to what is it? 25, I think it is. 25 or 23.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, like 25 or 23, I think. But it's like, okay, even though that's legal, it's like that shit is like, as a 23-year-old person, I do not see myself with no 16-year-old. Like, I still feel like that's gross. Like, I just don't.
It's definitely predatorial behavior at the end of the day.
Definitely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I'm not here to judge nobody. That's just not me. Like, if your mind is not on some shit like, yo, like I gotta fucking chase my dreams and pay my bills. Like I'm not looking at some chick watching fucking, I don't know what people are watching nowadays. So I don't fuck with 16-year-olds, but back when I was 16 and shit, everybody was watching like Degrassi and shit. And like looking back, I'm not finna fuck with nobody watching like fucking Degrassi. Like damn,
dude,
what's gonna happen with Jimmy?
I was like in middle school. Like what the fuck?
Bro, like, it was popping around that time, you know?
But, okay.
I'm not talking about the third generation, dog.
Okay.
Like
I know I'm talking about like Liberty and like.
I digress. Yeah, shit's weird, but I definitely can foresee problems with that in the future. I don't like anything about that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either, and I really feel like it's not fair, especially for victims of incest and for victims of rape, and I just really don't think. I'm just tired of these old ass men trying to tell women what to do with their bodies when it's so obvious that they don't even know the terms of pregnancy, when you see signs, when you know you're pregnant. They don't even know what a fucking pap smear is. Like, they don't know shit. All they know
Christian.
is that I'm Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a conservative Christian, sorry, because not all Christian people feel this way. But
Of course not,
I'm a conservative Christian,
the...
and I do not believe in abortion. Therefore, I'm going to make sure no woman gets an abortion regardless.
And it's not
of
just Christianity. We're not going to just do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. It's just, I know Alabama, Georgia, that's the Bible Belt. That's what they're about.
I mean, I don't feel like people of Islamic belief believe in that shit either, but I don't think that the Islamic people are the ones trying to root for this bill right now.
No, they're really not. And usually in Islam, it's more so like the whole, marriage and then sex. So there really isn't a need for abortions. And most of the Muslim people in my family that I know, they all got married before they even had sex. So it's kind of like there is no really abortion thing with them, because most of everybody they know, they all got married before they had sex. So
I can't really delve into it. Like, I'm not going to speak on something I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I don't really know, because all the people I know have all got married.
I saw the video. You showed me a video. Yeah. I think it was might have been yesterday or the day before, and it was just a whole bunch of dudes just fucking yelling and shit. Yeah. Oh man, we're fucking past that. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, they was hold on, bro, because you didn't give us you didn't say emotion. You need to chill.
And they'll do that though.
Yeah.
I remember this was in Obama. Overnight they passed a law where they banned a certain type of round for AR-15s. It was after Sandy Hook or some shit. Which, I mean, that's a whole nother different topic, but just the fact overnight, you just woke up, you can't buy that no more. And it's just everybody what the fuck? Don't sleep on them laws or that Senate, dude. They'll
right,
get you
y'all gotta be very involved. All my 18 and up people, y'all have to stay involved, especially regardless of where you live, whether it's America, Canada, Mexico, wherever you live at. You need to stay involved if you are in a democratic society, or even if you're not, just so you know what the fuck's going on, But with that being said, we've been on this for a while. We're gonna move on to the next topic. This is a little bit stale, but it's the Ayesha Curry situation, where she got on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. That I love the Red Table Talk, don't get me wrong, but she was basically talking about how she wants male attention, and how she feels like men don't give her attention, men give her husband a lot of attention. And me personally, I feel like as a woman, I kind of get it, but because I'm not a millionaire, I kind of don't get it, because if my husband was a millionaire and I'm also a millionaire, I got me a little Hulu special, I'm doing my thing, I'm not going to give a fuck who's looking at. No, she's on Hulu.
I was about to say,
she's on Hulu.
Tried her bag.
No, she on Hulu. But I don't know, but I just know, because we had talked about this when it first dropped off, where it's just I remember when I had gained a lot of weight, and I almost immediately noticed that I wasn't getting men looking at me anymore, or women looking at me. And when he heard me say that, he was like, you just don't see them looking. And I was just like, that's so crazy, because that's exactly what everybody at the Red Table Talk said to Ayesha when she made that comment.
That was before I even
and that was before he even watched it. I had already watched it. He hadn't even watched it yet.
And first of all, I just want to point out, when I actually did watch it, the only thing that really bothered me was Willow at the table.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly.
Why do you have this jig?
Why is Willow there? I'm so sorry.
Shit.
Why is Willow there?
No, don't get me wrong. I know Jaden moved out at 13 or whatever. He moved out
at 15, 14
but,
or something. I
mean, they don't live normal human lives.
I feel like they invite Willow because Willow is a woman now or whatever. And I only do this not trying to be any shade or nothing. I'm just saying because she's really young. She's probably 18, 19 or something like that. So they wanted, because Red Table was supposed to be the generations, Jada's mom, Willow. But I feel in that Red Table Talk, that was for the wives. Willow should not have been there, because she's going, exactly, talking about little crushes and little boyfriends.
But is it nature or nurture with anybody that's don't get me wrong, because I heard something recently, and it was if you're coming from a wealthy family or a well-off family and shit, you're getting raised by people that get it. They understand life. like they're not peons. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Will and Jada didn't raise their kids right? Because they know what to fucking do in life.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying she doesn't have experience in what they're talking about.
That, and it's like life is different in that little lane that you got, because every female I know her age is like busting their fucking ass. Not saying she's not busting her ass, but at the same time, if she wanted to kick her fucking feet up and chill and just fucking eat cheese puffs.
Oh, you mean like busting your ass, like working hard? I thought you meant like busting that ass, like.
No. And I'm not saying she's not working hard, but I feel like shit's a little different when you don't have a choice in the matter.
For sure.
But back to what we were getting at, what is it, the Ayesha Curry, right? I feel like everybody's looking at it from the wrong angle, because I don't think that everybody's taking it as like a ungrateful type of thing. Like, you got this light-skinned motherfucker that can make every 3-point shot, but that's not really what she was getting at. It was more or less like, I feel like she feels as if she's in the shadows behind this man when she's making moves. And not only just that, people have so much respect for this man that they don't even look at her like...
They're not even going to try her.
Like a woman.
Right. They're going to be like, oh, that's his property. We're not going to try her.
Exactly. But when you bring that, and I know that you're saying it just like as their belief in how they look at it.
Yeah, I know that's how they look at it.
That's what bothers her. Like, she doesn't want to be looked at like, oh, I'm Steve's property. You know? Mm-hmm. She wants to be her own woman. And name a woman in the record, sports, or fame industry that doesn't get like jaws dropped on them. Besides like Lauren London, because of the grieving.
You said sports industry.
I said sports, entertainment, music. And if I didn't say entertainment, that's what I was getting at, right?
Who doesn't get jaws dropped on them.
And you saw what happened when people tried to do it to the late great Nip and shit. But that was for a multitude of reasons. And we're not going to talk about that right now.
I remember for like a period of time, a lot of people did not think Serena Williams was attractive.
Shit, who?
A lot of guys did. I remember when I was in high school.
Did it or did?
Did not. They did not think she was. I remember when I was in high school, a lot of guys would say little slick ass shit. Yeah, I know. It's weird.
I think
crazy.
that a lot of guys back then didn't know what a woman looked like.
Okay, I agree with you, but listen.
Jeez.
Once Drake was like, oh, Serena Williams bad. People like me and you was like, duh, have you seen her fucking calf muscles, nigga? Have you seen, like, bruh?
Have you seen her at Wimbledon? Do you know her
like,
record?
Bruh, like, really?
She's a champion.
Once Drake was like, oh, yeah, oh, my God. Then everybody, oh, my God, Serena thick as fuck, blah, 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 blah. Then they got on her. And I feel like that's what was going to happen with the whole Ayesha Curry situation, where a lot of people just didn't pay her any mind. And now that she wants the attention, now everybody was going to flock towards her. And that didn't happen as majorly as I thought. It was just more so a little bit. But what I did like was how Steph Curry...
Oh, yeah, he fucking backed her up 100%.
He backed her up. He was like, yo, you're being real.
As he should, because he understands it. And I'm going to backtrack, because I think we're on the same page. But think about your Beyoncés. That same nigga Ben made a song, Girls Love Beyonce. But it was like a twist on where everybody loves fucking Beyonce.
Yeah, everybody like Beyonce.
Alright, Rihanna's taken right now. Everybody want Rihanna, right? Mm-hmm. Shit. Name some fine celebrities. Alright.
Is taken too.
Alright, Kim Kardashian is somebody's wife. Everybody be loving that Kim Kardashian life.
So let's think of somebody in the industry who is respected. And do they have a wife?
See, that's where it gets dicey, because the one that, I mean, I'm not comparing a basketball player to a philanthropist.
Oh, what about
late rapper?
What about Dwayne Wade?
I don't even know who his wife is.
Isn't his wife Gabrielle Union?
If it is, I'm sure people are always talking about how they love some time with Gabrielle.
They used to.
Exactly.
But they don't anymore.
But Dwayne Wade...
I think, guys, I could be totally wrong. I'm shit at sports. But I really do think it was Gabrielle.
Dwayne Wade ain't as nice as Steph Curry on that 3-point line. So that's probably why people didn't talk about fucking Dwayne Wade's wife. No disrespect to Dwayne Wade's ball game. I'm not a fucking sports aficionado.
I'm not either.
But at the same time... The only different comparison that I can make where it's like a respect factor, where people look at your wife as more of like, damn, this is somebody's mother because that's how they carry themselves. I feel like those certain women, they don't carry themselves in a way where they just want to be like drooled after, but at the same time, people aren't going to look after those type of people.
Obama. People respect Obama, but people really do be after Michelle.
In a very respectful way.
How do you...
From what I hear, I've never heard somebody talk about Michelle Obama how they talk about Kim Kardashian.
About Michelle, like, boy.
I don't know, man. That nigga.
Especially once Obama got out the White House. As soon as he got out the White House, people even be talking about Obama's daughters, bruh. Like,
got out the White House. Maybe once Steph Curry's out the NBA, people will be all over his wife.
I've definitely seen that.
But at the same time,
especially the daughter that be smoking weed and be turning up and shit.
I don't know.
The one that be hanging out with all the little white girl. Yeah, she be.
I'm staying out of that.
She be turning the fuck up. But
I mean,
cheers to her though. She's grown.
She held it down.
Exactly. Because you think she just started that shit in college? No, she been on that shit.
I mean, you look at fucking Bush's daughters were all over that shit.
Bush's daughters was doing coke. The fuck?
Whoa.
I'm being dead. Whoa. Whoa. Like, we're being real. Yeah. Like, damn. Like, his daughters did coke. That's not a secret. You can look it up. Look it up.
I don't know. Coke. I just feel like, and I don't really have too much else to say about this one because we kind of did the respectful thing and just seeing how shit was going to play out.
Yeah.
It was definitely a misunderstanding on the world's part because in the world's mind, they're like, oh, you got everything that you can ever want in a nigga. You should never fucking want validation.
I just feel like she wants to know, do I still got it?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, do I still got it?
As a human, we all crave validation. Right. It's not about money. It's about fucking...
And obviously she's happy with him. They're happy with each other. She just wanted to know, do I still got it?
The only loyal nigga in the NBA.
Oh, right. The only...
Hey, let's move on.
Right. Okay, so the next topic is industry plants. Name some industry plants and why you think that they are a plant. You can go first.
I feel like industry plant is too vague of an assumption and statement to make about
All right, so let's break down what an industry plant is.
It's somebody that comes out of nowhere, right?
They come out of nowhere, okay?
That's all I
they have their first ever song and music video. They have face tattoos. What else? I don't know. That's like... Help me out here. What else? Is there?
All right, so your perception is, all right, they came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They're already signed. Maybe don't act like they're signed.
Yep.
They got fucking face tattoos when they first came out.
Yep.
And right there, I'm going to pause you and stop. All the nigga got to do is change their name after they get signed, and they're going to be looked at like that. But you can always find the previous work. People are fucking weird, dude.
Okay. Look, there are some people who get signed who have previous work, who delete all their shit to look brand new, look fresh. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who are blatant industry plants. Like that Russian dude who looks like Lil Pump but with blue hair. He's a plant.
Heard of him.
Exactly. Never heard of him, but he got hella icy ass chains, high quality ass music videos. All his songs, like, you get what
everything
I'm saying?
was
like,
icy until you see it in person.
All I'm saying is we're not gonna sit here and act like there's no such thing as an industry plant.
There is, but what happens is somebody.
Billie Eilish is an industry plant. She's an industry plant.
Sure, but her fucking uncle probably knows the A&R at Columbia Records.
Russ is an industry plant. I guess this is just a topic for me, so I could just.
Russ is not an industry plant.
Fucking
Russ been working at this shit for years.
Lil Xan is an industry plant.
Hold on, real back. Cause I assume that too, and I did my homework on the Russ dude. He just has a bad name. I don't fuck with him, just because I mean, like, I like a certain type of thing. Yeah, you flash your little ears. No, seriously though, he did his shit. I seen pictures of him performing in front of fucking 5 people. That doesn't have industry plant nowhere near it. Now, if
Scott's an industry plant.
Travis Scott. Yeah, he kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like he knew somebody.
If y'all don't believe me, Google Travis Scott's come up story. That's all I'm gonna say. I love Travis Scott's music. I'm not a
Me
hater
too.
whatsoever, but I will admit he is an industry plant. It's just he was planted very well and those roots spread, and we've just been eating off the forbidden fruit.
That shit,
shit's amazing.
That shit get dicey though, cause like you really, it's weird. Yeah, certain people know certain people, and it's a lot easier. Certain people spend fucking 12 years trying to get it, and then after the 13th year,
this is a good
they
example
get it.
of a person you're talking about who's also turned into an industry plant. Like,
Oh, yeah,
some
you can
people who
turn
hustle
into it.
very hard can turn into one.
Yeah, for
Kid
sure.
Buu is somebody who hustled very hard, then turned into one.
He had no choice though, cause he got arrested for some sus shit.
Yeah, he really did. Y'all can look that up on y'all.
And when niggas get robbed or extorted or get arrested for such shit, that's kind of what they do. I know a
Kid
few.
Buu started off, doing that whole, that SoundCloud hustle. I'm not really familiar with it, where it's like people will.
No, he was doing something where he bought websites and sold the domain.
No, he did something on SoundCloud that people do, and I can't remember it. But when I told you about it, you were like, "Oh, he's one of those." Like where it's like you hit somebody up. And they're like, okay, I have these accounts, and then I'll do this with it. And then you hit up another person, and they do the same thing. Like,
All right, he might have done that. I have no idea about that, but
I don't know. If I find the video to it, I'll link it.
I
but
know
don't
somebody
remember.
that knows. He came up, and I mean, if you want to do this, it's pretty genius. He bought a whole bunch of domain names, like say like you wanted.
Oh, okay, yeah, like tom.com. Or I went bubblegum.com.
want cash.com.
Okay, yeah, I do some kids
Hold
in high school
on
that
to
used
the
do that.
domain
Yeah.
and end up selling that shit for like $14,000 to some company that's about to start up just because you own it.
You don't even, and if you guys want to make some
genius.
money,
Like,
you don't even have to go as far as buy a domain. You can get an Instagram handle, a Twitter handle, and you can sell it to somebody. Yeah, like it's a real easy hustle.
Because
but that doesn't have shit to do with his music. He did some SoundCloud hustle. That
I mean,
cannot
I
remember.
don't know it, and you don't remember it.
Yeah,
but
I
I
know.
will say that he's a thorough individual, and the
Because
only
he old
reason
as fuck with his ancient ass. He not
Sometimes
that
that's
old.
what it
I'm sorry
takes.
for all my old people. He not that old.
he had to lie about his age, but
He
that
did.
is what it is. He
But
is
that's
an
just had to
industry
do to
plant because
say,
that's how he had to do it. But he
Right.
got the job done. And at the end of the day, as an artist, I'm not gonna talk about artistry.
Yeah, that's
but
more of my thing. I could talk about rappers and music.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
give a
not
fuck.
gonna delve into
I'm very
that.
opinionated with music.
Respectfully, but at the end of the day, dude, do what you gotta do. Because not too many people can relate to going through every emotion. I don't know if he has, but after a while, desperation can rub off on some people. And it's not about how good you are. That's when you get back to your Travis Scotts. If you can make a call and meet somebody, or fuck around and walk into Kanye West or Gucci Man or somebody, your fucking life can change. If you're somebody that has some stipulations with life, shit, you might be doing this for a long time. And it all boils down to, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to keep going? Or are you going to give up?
Very true.
Next topic.
Well, I'm going to round this around since we're talking about stuff I like. So I love like analyzing music and artists and stuff like that.
Who you
So
got?
the next topic, I'm going to set it on the YouTube front since that's like my shit. Let you have your opinion on it. Some of you guys may know about the whole DOTE situation that happened at Coachella with the segregation rumors and stuff like that. If you don't know, I'll put it in the description and all that jazz so you guys can get caught up. We're not going to go into detail, but basically,
Give me a brief rundown.
Basically, the brief rundown is DOTE is a network, I guess.
Cool.
And
I like donut
YouTube
eating,
networks
all
are-
that type shit.
in my opinion, YouTube networks ain't shit unless you want to get flued out with some strangers when you already have the money to fly out yourself. Like, it's dumb. But, I mean, I guess if you want to form a little sisterhood, it's very rare. But if you do, it's awesome. Like, I'm not knocking them because I know some very good friendships that form through networks. But DOTE flew out a select group of girls to Coachella in a house. And a lot of the YouTubers, the POC YouTubers that went there, are basically saying that it was a very segregated environment. They felt
POC
uncomfortable.
is me.
People of color, because there were
You.
black girls. There were
She
I think
might
one of the
Hispanic,
girls was
whatever.
Hispanic, and I think one of the girls might have been like Asian mixed with black. I'm not really sure. She's kind of ambiguous, but basically all the POC was put in like a really like basic ass rundown situation. They all had to share one bathroom between 6 of them, and all of the non-minority people got a really big portion of the house, 3 bathrooms. Everything was really nice. And throughout the trip, they felt very uncomfortable. They felt very segregated. And 2 of them actually made a video about it. DOTE apologized and said it was not intentional. They said it is not intentional. I don't know where we just stopped off at. That wasn't a cut, by the way. The camera just like chopped because we're not going live, so it just chopped.
What's the battery looking like?
We're at 5% battery, so there's probably going to be another chop coming up. But basically, if you guys don't know about the DOTE situation, I'm going to put it in the description, but I just broke it down to Daniel, so he's going to give
Alright, so if I walk into a house and everybody is in the fucking same room, right?
Yeah.
And then the same company that, like you said, flued me out. I'm not finna get into all that. They flued me out.
Flued out.
Get flued.
Flued out to New Orleans.
Fuck, Alright. If I look at another person's Instagram dealing with the same company and they're fucking on a balcony in a condo and all this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be infuriated. Not only am I gonna be infuriated, I'm gonna fucking leave.
And it's just the fact that one of the girls did say she talked to the other 6 POC girls, and she talked to one of them and was like, am I tripping? But XYZ, and old girl was like, nah, you're not tripping. I'm peeping that shit. Like, and I just feel like it's like this underlying thing that like we know like when shit is wrong and like when shit is like weird.
Nigga, I feel like if you have to ask if you're tripping, nigga, you're not tripping. Like, why would you even, especially if somebody's flying you out to some place and like, oh,
it's like,
you got me at Coachella looking like a fucking slave ship, yet this bitch is in the goddamn Roman Coliseum. No shade, I mean, fuck. Best of luck to you. You got the fucking best end of the stick, but how dare you try to fucking insult my intelligence? Like I can't pick up this goddamn phone and see what's going on.
At the person sleeping in a whole other section.
Everybody's on this cancel culture shit, but when it comes to corporate fucking motherfuckers booming, goddamn.
Yeah, they booming down the block.
Something about Florida, bro. They love them fucking sound systems,
I know. I'm
right?
like, damn, what the fuck?
Anyways, I can pick up a phone and see if somebody's on some bullshit, and you're gonna insult my intelligence like that?
And say it wasn't intentional. It was definitely intentional. Because I know that company did not want to spend as much money on those POC YouTubers because they knew that, and y'all, whenever I talk about race, some of the non-minorities are getting sensitive, but the majority of you guys don't understand, so I'm not trying to bunch all white people into a category because I'm really not. But they know, and this is just the facts, and it is what it is, that if you are white and you are on YouTube and you're part of that little relatable or like lookbook, get ready with me type sector of YouTube, you're going to get more views because the fact of the matter is the majority of YouTube views come from Canada, the North America, and the UK. Sure. I was about to say the United States, but North America.
Mexico counts too, dog.
I'm saying that's most of I know, but the majority of the United States is only 12% black people, 17% Hispanic, and the rest is white. So obviously the main demographic is going to be white people.
I'm
and
you're going to
hold on, I want to finish my point before I forget.
Okay.
The main people that watch you are people that can resonate with you. Some people might not even resonate with your personality, but they might resonate with somebody who looks like them. So therefore, they're going to subscribe to that white person because they're going to be like, okay, well, I'm white and I can relate to it. So these companies know that these white creators are going to get way more traction to their channel. So they're like, let's stick them in this luxurious ass room because more people are going to see it and associate it with
that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. So we're going to stick the POCs in this room because, yeah, people are going to see it, but not as much as they're going to see them. So it's not going to really be, you get what I'm saying? That's all I was trying to get.
I was not going to dispute what you just said at all. That was a very, very efficient, like, counter. I'm totally with you on that. But you said something about the people that are going to get sensitive, and it's just a quick curve. Like, I don't see how the fuck anybody can get sensitive because...
Welcome to the internet.
No. All right. If you are one of the sensitive people watching this video, which I know there's going to be some...
I've had people tell me I'm racist towards white people before.
I love you so much.
I'm just letting you know. You have to let people know, man.
If you do a crime that I do, I'm going to get fucking... I think the statistics, since everybody wants to be with the analytic and statistics, I'm gonna get 65% more fucking time than you. So don't be sensitive. Appreciate that shit. I wish I had it. Don't act like it doesn't exist. I'm not gonna say what the fuck I'm talking about, but you know, goddamn it. Fill in the blanks. Back to that situation. If there was a little.
Okay.
Sorry if there was a little cut.
The first podcast, like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, this shit takes a lot of energy.
It takes
but like
time
I
to
was,
get used to.
like I was saying, you're fucking dead ass wrong. Just because you think, oh, you think that fucking nice shit doesn't appeal to people of color? Because basically that's what you're saying. You're saying that appealing to the like you said, I'm not gonna use more syllables. The POCs.
Yeah.
You don't have to show as much as a lavish lifestyle. A nigga like me, you think I'm gonna be impressed with fucking 6 beds in one room? You think I'm gonna be like, oh shit, they're at Coachella, they got a fucking Airbnb with 6 beds in a room? No, nigga. If anything, you think that they think vice versa.
And it's crazy because, like, it's different from when you send somebody, when a company sends you on a trip, it's almost routine for you to show your room and what that company provided for you, because that is a paid deal. And a lot of people were asking them, like, oh, why didn't you just go home? And it's like, they were paid to stay there. They didn't pay for their plane tickets. This company paid for their plane tickets. This company paid for their wristbands. Like, and the whole point when you get taken places by companies is to show people, oh, look how dope DOTE is. They took care of me. But instead, it's like, damn, DOTE got me in a 1-bedroom Airbnb with 6 fucking people, and we're miserable because it's clicked up as fuck, and everybody else is getting shit that we're not getting, and we're pretty much, we got the same number of subscribers. Like, it's just the fact that they know that when these non-minority YouTubers go to this big event, then they're gonna get way more views. Because don't lie to, bro, you can literally only have 1,000 subscribers.
It's about the, okay, that makes sense.
What?
You said it, but I never thought about it like, okay, they're already bigger, they're gonna get more views. But at the same time, it's like, I like nice shit, right?
Yeah.
If I see some nice shit, I'm gonna be way more prone to see, like, because there was times in my life I ain't fucking have shit going. Rappers do it best. They like to appeal to, like, the finer things in life, to the point where it's like, yo, you gotta get this. But at the same time, it's funny to me, and I hate to, like, throw a left ball, like, it's funny to me that I didn't hear anything about this. Like, some of this shit I heard vaguely about just being on the internet. When it's a corporation doing this shady shit, that cancel culture is non-existent.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody's out here boycott. I don't even know who the fuck these
I didn't even know
are.
who that shit was. I didn't know who the YouTubers were, and I didn't know who DOTE was until this happened.
But had that been like an actor flying some people out there, go cancel this motherfucker. Next thing you know, his show's not on Fox anymore. His family's like fucked. He's got to go give out.
That. What if it was fucking Netflix? What if Netflix was like, we're trying to make an island themed movie, so we're gonna fly all of our actors out to the Caribbean, and they put all the white actors in like a 5-star hotel, and they put all the POC actors in like a fucking Airbnb hut. That's what it would be. Then
Hulu would have picked it up, and it would have been on some Netflix Fire Fest.
For sure. I'm just saying though, that's what it's like, but nobody would cancel fucking Netflix for
like, goddamn. It's just like the same thing where it's like, yo, Ja Rule threw a festival. They scammed a whole bunch of people. Yeah, there's like a fucking Coachella's herpes fucking catastrophe, and it's just like, oh, fuck it, y'all.
That Ja Rule thing just trickled over like a fucking tumbleweed. People don't give a fuck about that no more. But it's just like that shit was very upsetting to watch, especially because me, like, I love festival culture. I love stuff like that, and just to think, if I would have spent that much money and expect, oh hell no, like that's why I was just like,
nigga, if I would have went to Coachella as a single person and found out that
I had to share one room with 6 people,
bruh,
hell no,
bro. And then statistically speaking, somebody got that shit when they were down there.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Well, shit, I know none of the PLC people got no shit. Not trying to insinuate that anybody else got no shit. Not trying to do that. But I know they ain't have no shit because they ain't have no fucking privacy. They had to be around everybody. Again, allegedly. Hey. Not saying nobody else got no shit. I'm just saying they for sure could not get nothing.
No, that's real.
The next one is a social media case that has been going viral for about like a week now of a guy that got twins pregnant. And he made a post on Instagram with both of the twins at the same clinic on different days and was like, I got 2 twins pregnant, a man's dream, and they all cool with each other, XYZ. When social media got a hand of it, they were just like, this is disgusting. Like, how are you going to explain this to the children? The children are going to be cousins and siblings. Like, this is weird. But then as it progressed, one of the twins actually posted on Facebook and it got brought back to Twitter and Instagram where she was basically like, this is very embarrassing for me. This is not something my sister and I wanted to do consensually. He was fucking my sister before he came to me and we both found out we were pregnant at the same time. And we just wanted to do this quietly and swiftly, and he decided to put it on blast as if he's some type of player, and he fucked both of us.
I'm not buying none of that shit, right?
I buy it.
I mean, and that's the beauty of this. I'm not trying to be biased on it. Buying it, whatever. Alright. Both sides could happen. It's perfectly logical that he could have thought that he was fucking the same one and they fucking pulled the move on him. You never know. You never fucking know.
You never know.
Whose responsibility is that to explain? Not necessarily his. He should try, but I mean, like, come on, dude.
Either way,
twins speak the same language that is not English.
They're identical, but you know how, like, when a person gains a little bit of weight, they look different in the face. Like, you could tell them apart, but they're identical twins.
Well, then I stand corrected.
Like, so he knew that they were not the same person.
But,
and let's not act like a dude does not know when he finishes inside of a bitch.
Okay. We all know that niggas cannot be shit, but at the same time, don't females, especially sisters, talk. Even girls that call themselves sisters, don't they like spill the beans with like anybody that they're close to?
In my opinion, I feel like what happened is the first twin that smashed told her sister, oh, this dude ain't this dude ain't that. And they got together and she probably told him, oh, well, I actually like him. And the sister that was the first one to get hit was the one that made the Facebook post like, this is so embarrassing to me and this is so messed up.
But the second one was down.
Yeah.
I
went to the same clinic.
Somebody had to be down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
because
the second
at the
one
end of the day,
both of y'all, one of the twins was in the dark,
mm-hmm.
one was not, and the dude was not. So somebody was down.
And somebody was talking like that was good, but fuck that nigga. And then the other one had to. Yeah, we're on the same page. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody. Except for, like, y'all do have to fucking figure that shit out.
Y'all do. And that's gonna be so. And I feel really bad for the kids, honestly.
What, are they gonna be cousins?
They're gonna be cousins and siblings.
And brothers.
Yeah. Cousins and siblings.
Oh, man. They're gonna have to fucking, the kids are gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel bad for the kids more. I don't give a fuck about that girl's sappy-ass Facebook post. I really feel bad for those kids because you're going to have to explain that. I
mean, because, yeah, if you weren't in Georgia or Alabama, I mean, you made the choice to have that baby.
Child.
I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm just saying, if I were to have a baby...
You know there are more states, right, that have the heartbeat bill already?
Hey, man, I'm not looking into it. I'm just
Do you want to fight?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm not in Georgia or Alabama. All I'm just saying is, I have very mixed beliefs. I believe that ancestral fucking kind of conquest
that's basically what it is.
That's one of those situations where, alright, you might have to fucking really think about this. Like, along the lines, like, you got people in West Virginia that fucking turn blue.
Yeah, I
did. They turn blue.
Y'all look that shit up. There is literally a family that has been so ancestrally damaged that you can tell they're part of that family because they have blue fucking skin.
Like
Look
the
it up.
fucking...
Look it up. It's
like
disgusting.
the... What is them? The Proud Family?
Yeah, they look like the Gross sisters.
They look like the Gross sisters, bro.
But like
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a
like
thing.
this isn't like animated fucking Disney. This is real life.
This is real life.
So
blue.
At that point,
one of the dudes went on Oprah. One of the dudes went on Oprah talking about I turned blue. Nigga, you been blue. You been blue. You look like them.
I turned black.
I just turned blue.
All I'm saying is, and I hate to fucking dive back, but there's certain situations where you have to be the conscious thinker in there. Like, yo, look at fucking King Tut. Like, fucked up.
Yeah,
have you ever seen, like,
yeah, I have.
Fucked up. Look at some of the royal family and fucked up. You can't do that, bro.
And another thing, my thing is, especially because of my sexuality and because, you know, I'm interested in men and women, if I knew that my brother was with a girl, well, for one, my brother is 18, so I wouldn't even fucking give a girl the time of day, and I'm in a relationship, hypothetically.
Yeah, because you
not
don't watch Degrassi.
I would not lay down with a girl that my brother has been with, period. That's just gross. I don't know, that's just gross to me. Sure, it's not exchanging bodily fluids because I'm not smashing the girl right after my brother did, but it doesn't matter. That's just gross to me because it's like, that's just a line you don't cross. And then when it comes to actually reproducing, I don't know. Like, I feel bad for the kids, but I just don't feel bad for the adults involved because y'all consensually, you're twins. Y'all are
that's
here.
What I'm trying to say. That's from the moment that you brought this up, that was kind of my whole outlook on things. But before we move on, I just want to say, like I said, I'm not on the fence or on any side when it comes to that. That's them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you do not want to be mixed up in that type of shit. And if I were them kids, bro, this is what y'all need to do. Move away and make sure your fucking descendants aren't blue. Because it can happen, bro. I don't know if they were in like a small town, but bro, that shit could get fucked up.
Blue.
Dude.
Just tell them they're siblings. Just call them brother sister.
Oh yeah, just fucking.
Because that's all you can do.
Some shit's just better. I found out shit that, I mean, I was, oh fuck, like that.
Yeah, everybody has their family secrets. Everybody has family secrets. Just call them brothers and sisters. I know some people who call their siblings brother or sister, but the reality is they gave birth to them when they were 13. Like, it's just family secrets you have to do to keep balance, and then when they are old enough and mature enough to know, then you can bring that information to them. But I also don't know, because we're in a new age where social media is crazy. Those kids might find out when they're in grade school, like
niggas find out everything,
right? But we're just gonna leave that.
And they might get canceled if they're like social media influencers.
Right, because 13-year-olds are social media influencers.
Because of what their parents did.
Right.
Next one. What's that?
Alright, so this one's, we're probably going to have a short ass discussion about this. So Netflix is producing She's Gotta Have It Season 2. If you guys don't know what She's Gotta Have It is an old Spike Lee movie that I really love. The first edition was in black and white way back in the day. And then he came back and helped Netflix in producing the She's Gotta Have It series for Netflix. It was just one season, and it really just captured the whole movie in one season. But now they're doing a season 2, and me personally, I feel like they should have left it alone. Because adding on to a classic is like hit or miss as fuck. Like, you don't know how we're gonna receive it.
I don't feel like it was ever supposed to be such a long-term thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm gonna delve into it, and I'm gonna keep this one short. Maybe not too short. Fuck it. Let's think about it, right? Mm-hmm. In the original story, you have like a love trio, blah blah blah. You got a girl that's like really into it. But in this new series, you get this fucking bohemian nigga named Dexter, probably, and it's like, yo,
thumbs up if you know where that reference is from.
Bro, if you know where that reference is, like, you might get flued out, be on this podcast because you're so eccentric. But back to the Grizzle, like, we have Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
The story's almost complete.
We might need that.
We know what we need for Kill Bill 3. We already know.
We know, but after number 3, it's done.
It's done.
It's fucking done.
Put in the comments below if you know what Kill Bill 3 should be about.
That's Tarantino's
if you're a Tarantino
movie,
fan,
right?
you know what Kill Bill 3 should be about.
So, she's got to have it. The way that original script line was structured, you don't need anything more. Even when we fucking departed from that shit, because I was totally not a fan.
That was a perfect ending. I love it.
It was, but I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
I think it's because like people aren't so used to being so openly sexual.
That wasn't it at all.
I think that's what it is.
They were dancing and shit,
I think
yo.
that's what it is.
It was like a fucking high school musical sex party.
No, that was before the ending. The ending was when she laid shit down and was like, look, this is me. I want all of you for different reasons.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you want to be cool with it, we can be cool.
You don't remember the last scene?
Yeah, they danced, they smoked weed, they went to sleep.
That was some bullshit.
But I'm just saying, Daniel, like,
have you seen the original?
Yes,
they did not have a dancing scene on the end. I feel like they're trying to cater for this new Netflix streaming culture and give us this bullshit.
I will say, I agreed with you in the part where it was like, the last episode of the Netflix special was very great for the ending of the movie, where it's like all the men got sit together. We're like, okay, we're faced with the reality of what we're in right now, and we can either be okay with it or we can leave with it. But when we leave this apartment, we have to decide that.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like it should have ended, and that's why I feel like She's Gotta Have a Season 2 should not have happened. And then how Netflix promoted it is they were like, award-winning writer, director, Spike Lee. It didn't really explain if Spike wrote it or if it was derived from the original She's Gotta Have It. And that's why I'm kind of like on the fence about it, because if Spike wrote it, I will give it the time of day, because at least I can know that this is the authentic, what he would want. But if it's somebody in Netflix that wrote it based off of Spike, I feel like I'm setting myself up to get disappointed.
I mean, like, I'm far from a scholar when it comes to like this type of shit, but like I did study like film when in my brief stint in college, my very brief stint. All right, so you're familiar with like film noir. Mm-hmm. The way that ended was perfect.
It was so perfect. They did not need
for film noir, right?
Yes.
Even the way that they did it, they remastered it in color with the same type of blueprint. I'm talking about every fucking soundtrack piece. They got it popping up with the vinyl and shit. Mm-hmm. Film noir is great. It's fucking some of the most prestigious film work ever, because it's open-ended. Oh Alright, you're freaked out ass. Leave it alone. Not judging. Just staying obvious. You're talking crazy.
I'm sorry.
Film noir is great because it's open-ended.
Yeah.
99 times out of 100, you end on that fancy writing and shit, and you're just like, oh my god, like, how can I like transition this into my life? Like, are they gonna move on? Are they gonna fall in love? Does the hero go to jail?
Like,
what's going to happen? Not even as far as that. Like, fucking think about like Casablanca. Do they go? Do they live happily ever after? With this shit, it's like, yo, you got a colorful ass film noir-esque ending. Then you're gonna hit me with a fucking season 2 of something I never even asked for.
Yeah, nobody asked for it.
Like,
I will agree with that. Nobody asked for that.
Give me the final season of Power and fucking fuck out of here. Like, shit. What the fuck? I don't want that.
Nobody asked for that.
And then there's one quote. One quote from the trailer? They said, "What is so artistic about being a starving? No, what is so romantic?"
Oh yeah, they were like, "What is so romantic about being a starving artist?" I'm like, dude,
what the fuck is
passion? Like, what?
What beautiful woman have you ever known in your life?
And that's what made me think, like, maybe Spike did not write this, because that is like so. And I don't know, maybe it's because we're both artists, but it's just like, if you're a starving artist, there is so much fucking grind and passion and just like dedication. Like that shit is just so.
You don't want a non-starving artist,
right?
you
don't want
the nigga that's
just,
already there.
Right?
You want to see the grind.
You want to see the
people
grind.
are obsessed with seeing somebody come from nothing.
And I feel like the people that are like, "What's so romantic about a starving artist?" are the same people that are like, "I need to leave you because you're not doing shit for yourself other than trying to do this thing." And 5 years later, oh shit, I saw you were at the fucking Met Gala. What's up? Like, bruh, like, nobody likes the starving artists until they're not starving anymore.
Or the people that are like, yeah, we need a fucking season 2 of She's Gotta Have It. Let's move on.
That's
shit.
Fucking ridiculous.
I might watch it.
Alright, so this is something, you probably have not seen this video before, and I don't want to pull this clip up. Maybe I'll just pull it up and then I'll just like not play it, but I'll just show you some of the pictures from it. It's from a Reddit thread and it was posted by H3H3. You might not know him from what I said. Here, you can go and get the. Do you want me to get it?
I'll get it. Where's it at?
It's in the bedroom. It's the charger. I'll just talk to the peoples while you go get it because we do need the charger.
Because that ain't gonna work.
And I'll pull up the video for you.
I've been trying to do it, but I didn't think you were gonna be pulling up videos.
No, I want to pull up this video for you because I want you to know what's going on. Hey guys, it's a Nadja segment. Here, I'm gonna put on my flashing lights. Do you guys like my new headphones? Inspired by Rico Nasty. It's lit.
It's like we get all prepared for this.
Yeah, we get all prepared, and then like we're not.
The one thing that we don't have is a fucking MacBook Pro charger, and I gotta say the Pro because
I don't want y'all to think that we're half stepping.
Dude, I have a MacBook Air too, so it's okay.
That shit is never used. If somebody burglarized our house,
use it. If somebody burglarized our house and took the MacBook Air, I really wouldn't care.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They can have that.
I still love my little MacBook Air. That was my college computer.
I would almost go as far to say that I would leave that as like bait, like I fucking
no, that's
take the MacBook Air, please. I will reimburse it.
You know how much money
I would rather them take the fucking MacBook Air than the fucking Lenovo that I've been running fucking Pro Tools on.
That's so fucking.
It doesn't have enough RAM.
I spent so much money on that MacBook.
All right, let's see how much. It's 10.
No, I'm not gonna show you the whole video. I'm just gonna give you a gist, and I'm gonna show you some pictures. So then when I do show. When I edit the video and I put the pictures up here, like they'll have a gist of what we're talking about.
Right, let's see what we're talking about.
H3H3 posted a video called Instagram versus Reality, and it's based off of a Reddit thread where people on Reddit who see celebrities in public and take pictures of them, or influencers. Some are celebrities, some are influencers.
That's crazy.
How's this crazy? It's just fucking blinking.
My shit doesn't light up. Anyways.
Okay, so so basically what they do is they'll get an Instagram post. Say they get an Instagram post from a bitch wearing a red shirt, right? The same girl wearing that red shirt, somebody in public will take a picture of them that same day and they'll compare it. Because you know on Instagram girls use Photoshop, Facetune, filters, all that shit, but in real life it's how you look. So I'm about to show you some pictures.
Was this requested?
No, he got a little bit of flack for this video because of some of the comments he said about the girls in this video, specifically Trisha Paytas. But here's one. I don't know who this girl is, but here I'll put the brightness up so you can see her. We have a laptop right here, by the way. So this is Instagram and this is the reality.
And you want to know how I feel about people?
Basically, how do you feel?
Look a certain way and then actually being a certain way?
I don't know, like I'm just asking for your interpretation of it with the Instagram.
My interpretation of this is if you fucking like my face is not fucking the most clear thing ever. I've been on a regimen lately. It fucking sucks, right? I drink a lot of water. I gotta work out just to fucking make sure the oils in my skin are balanced if I want to look a certain way. But all I would have to do to like not actually achieve these things is fucking download an app and then like fucking mirror my face. Or like you got off birth control, you lost fucking what?
I don't even know anymore. Like
20 fucking pounds, right? Hard work, working out, eating right, drinking nothing but water, being more healthy. But then you got this person here that thinks that the right thing to do is just fucking get on an app and make them so. Not saying that she's not still a beautiful person.
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing though. It's just like y'all look good. You just don't look like the society norm.
But
like,
you're not the best person for trying to make people that look just like you feel terrible about how they look just because you can download an app and fucking like nah, bro. Like if you actually have the fucking platform to make people feel good about who they are, which you did for a long time, not to fucking blow smoke up your ass. I never fucking care about my looks and shit. I just fucking, I want to make myself healthy. I want to be not toxified, you know? I'm not fucking selling flat tummy tea out here like this lady probably is. Fucking not doing shit. That's just a douchebag move because there's no easy way to get what you want in life.
It really is.
Without no foundation.
Except if you and then I know some people think surgery is an easy way, but it's like
dude,
you
that
think
shit's
surgery
fucking intense.
You think surgery is an easy way until you gotta pay that bread. Okay, maybe you have money, so that's still easy for you. Then you have the healing process. You have bruising. You're not gonna look the same for a minute. Like, I'm gonna show you another picture, but I do agree with you because what I got from what you said was if you have that platform, why don't you show people that? Hey,
no, this isn't what it's about. Because at the end of the day,
look what I
people didn't fall in love with the fucking.
They didn't fall in love with that. They fell in love with you.
And not only that, but like that shit ain't reality. Like that's the problem with everybody nowadays. They think like, oh, I have to be this person. It's not realistic.
And you know the crazy thing is, it's like people like to play like, oh, I know I only have adults watching me. Like me personally, I know on my channel, I have young people watching me. That's why I set certain standards and let people know certain things aren't okay. Don't talk to me about certain things. I'm an adult. Like I'm not about to play foolish. But some people like to be like, oh no, do you see my body? Only grown people watch me. If you really think, it's not the same like when we were kids. We had fucking Nokias and shit. Like we didn't see shit like this. There are 12-year-olds with iPhones that see that and they're like, damn, I don't look like that. There's something wrong.
I remember seeing like The Simple Life on TV, where if you told a female that they had a fat ass, it was like, oh my god, like I'm not even gonna fuck with you.
Like,
now,
oh my ass is
now, and I'm not gonna dive too deep into this because it's fucking whatever, but I'm just saying like social norms are different. Be responsible with your platform. Be yourself. Don't fake it and make these girls feel insecure like they have to cut themselves open to fucking be real. Alright, what do we got here?
So this is a picture of Tana Mojo that she...
Is this real?
This is real.
That's really her?
Yeah, that's really her. Don't...
I'm not laughing at like what they look like. I'm just like
laughing at the difference, I hope.
You're really fucking, cause I had this girl that I went to fucking high school with in middle school, and she fucking said, oh, Tana Mojo fucking WCW blah blah blah, and it was like a picture similar to this. And in reality, the girl that posted it is more along the lines of this. There's nothing wrong with this.
So you're just saying that girl that you knew probably would have appreciated that more.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I hope that... Is this real?
Yeah.
Fucking don't bullshit.
It's in the same day. Look at the outfit. It's in the same day. And the girl.
But how do we know that this is
obviously, and then I'm just going to state the obvious real quick. Tana, your friends are trash. Your friends are trash. Whoever the fuck took this picture of you, you don't need to be fucking with them anymore. And I'm not trying to condone the illusion. I'm just saying the fact that somebody took this picture of you just to be like, look at this bitch. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
what app are they using for this?
It's called Facetune. I use Facetune to make my backgrounds look really white, so that it blends in with my whole little aesthetic I be trying to do with my Instagram. But Facetune doesn't just have the whitening tool. They have like reshaping, all this stuff, and that's how people like cinch their waist, Man, and if you look really hard at stuff, like if you look at this,
see it.
yeah, you can see it.
Wow.
But it's just crazy how like I know that there are young kids out there that see shit like this.
I bet that they're selling some shit on certain pictures to be like, yo, if you want to look like this, fucking.
Oh, bro, you really think flat tummy girls don't do that all the time?
No, but seriously though, like, where do you get off really trying to make yourself seem like this fucking like goddess when it's like, yeah, you're a goddess, but not even fucking comfortable in your own skin. But like, you cannot keep fucking doing this to people, dude. You can't keep doing this to people because you have people that are like depressed about this type of shit. But if they knew that their fucking favorite celebrity was like normal, or not even just normal, just like understandable as a human being,
or relatable. And it's crazy because you know what people do now with social media? People in social media have transformed the word relatable. Now relatable is like dubbed as like quirky and like, oh, I'm about to put a lot of cuts in my videos and like be quirky and oh my god, like I put fucking gummy worms up my nose. Like that's what relatable is. But really being relatable is being like your authentic true self and being like, oh my god, sure you might be weird and I'm weird, but like you look like me and you have all this success and you have things that I want. But you look like me, and you don't look like all of those Fashion Nova models. Like, maybe I can be something.
They probably all fucking look like normal people.
Exactly, they
I'm
all
sure they do. And the crazy thing is, I fucking saw the computer die, and I was about to be like, let's skip over this. But now it's just like, oh my god, like, what the fuck?
I'm just looking through this, trying to find screenshots for you, and I think the reason why H3H3 got so much hate is because he used a lot of images of Tana Mojo and Trisha Paytas.
Because so probably they're the main ones doing it that you can find proof of because, like you said, their friends aren't shit. Alright, so this is going to be the last one we do because we gotta move on for sure. But look at that. Look at that. Is this the one that... Is this the reference right now? Is this the fucking one? I
want to show you something else, but I'm trying
to... Before you move on, just real quick. I want to say, screenshot this.
One. Yeah,
no, there's going to be no fucking editing.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to...
The problem is, there's nothing wrong with the girl on the right
I know,
here.
that's the crazy thing.
That is a beautiful fucking female. But the fact that she wants to fucking portray this is sick.
Honestly, if she would have just pulled her skirt up a little more, she probably could have looked the exact same. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. If she would have got a longer skirt and pulled it up more, she could have got the same shape. Like, Tana isn't badly shaped. It's just people need to learn how to buy clothes that go with their shape.
Fuck like, that! Hold on. Because I want to take it a step further. The male fucking genome, bro. Nobody wants, like... Alright, I'm not gonna say nobody wants. Let me break it down totally real. Perpetually, genetically, you want the right because the right says this person has the means to survive. They're built with the genes that you want to survive.
Well,
this is just artificial Hollywood shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like the small waist and like the elongated hips are artificial, but I do feel like there are some people out there who are just naturally skinny, and
there's nothing wrong with that. But in history, that's not who people went for.
It depends on different cultures.
Not even. It's just the ones with the more primal views still have that.
No, because there are some places, like, for example, like, I know that in some places in Africa, they prefer skinny women. Other places in Africa, they prefer thick women because
I don't think anybody in Africa prefers a skinny woman.
Daniel, you'd be surprised. There are some people in Asia that prefer skinny women.
That's fine.
And then in America, our ideal body type,
Are you
drunk? Sorry.
Alright.
Is Coke bottle figure. But it's like every place has different body views. So like I agree with what you said with the part where it's like how Tana looks now in the right picture, her real self. There are a lot of people in different countries that would view her as wifey material and would see the Photoshop shit on the left and be like, ew. But there are some places that see the shit on the left, which is America. Unfortunately, we like false ass, plastic ass shit. That, and not saying if you naturally look like that, that's a bad thing. I'm just saying she had to manipulate herself to look like that. Where in America, that's our beauty standard. We want bitches with big ass hips, small waist, and skinny thighs, and like that's just.
See, the thing is, when you Photoshop or use Facetune to make yourself look skinny, when you got a fucking big ass head that goes with your.
That's what I don't get. Like, if you Facetune, you do realize you got to meet people in person, right?
I would totally rather see that.
Yeah, I would totally rather see normal Tana. Like,
she looks cool. She looks like she's gonna fucking steal your goddamn chains when you go to sleep. Like, come on, bro. I'm done, but like that's crazy. I'm glad like you showed me that because I was totally oblivious to this.
Yeah, there's a whole Reddit thread about that.
But why? How do they do it on film though, or do I just not watch enough film? Because it seems like every time I see a video of her, she's got like a fucking hoodie on.
Well, with people
or just like
on camera, it's way easier. It's way easier on camera.
Because you can get the angles.
Right. It's way easier on camera to manipulate.
The pictures be a motherfucker, though.
Pictures, you can manipulate it to the max. But on camera, as long as you do, like here up, you're Gucci. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Shit, I used to do the same thing. I used to just be like, here, Gucci. But then, when you're... I'm being so real. Like, there was a point in time on Instagram where I didn't show, like, any pictures of my body. And then one time... I think it was International Women's Day, like, last year. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to show a picture of my body. And I actually got a really good response from it. And I was like, you know what? There's no point in hiding myself. Like, and if I do want to change something, I'm going to work on it and show people that I did it organically. And I'm not using filters and edits. Because even though I do talk about certain mature content on my channel, I'm not going to act as if I wasn't that 15-year-old on YouTube and on the internet looking at shit I wasn't supposed to. So that's why I'm just like, fuck it. I want to put a good example out.
Before we move on, all I'm going to say is 15. That 15-year-old. Once you're an adult, those type of thoughts should just not even resonate with you. You should be comfortable in your own skin.
Oh,
if you're
for sure.
not, you should try to learn to be because it's key.
Yeah, there are some things you can't change about yourself. And it's nothing to be ashamed about.
Like, I'm black as hell. Can't change it. Next topic. Damn.
Daniel.
That fucked me up, dog.
Yeah.
And that was only 2 examples.
Yeah.
But next.
Okay, so this one might fuck you up a little bit more. So I saw a documentary. Yeah, he's peeked the notes. I saw a documentary the other night. It's a little bit old, and ironically, it was produced by PBS, and it's called The Cleaners. And I was not aware of this job until I saw the documentary. There is literally a job position out there where people have to look at certain images that are posted on various social media sites and decide if it is appropriate for the masses to see. These people control political images, political messages, sexual images, violent images, terrorist images, and they decide if it should be deleted from the internet or if it should be ignored and allowed to the masses. And these people see things to the heights of child pornography, assaults. I gotta be real with you guys. They see things from child pornography, assaults, rapes. All these things are recorded. Because you guys gotta realize, and until I saw this documentary, I didn't realize how much of this stuff I did not see. Like, I thought about it, I was like, I've never seen somebody get sexually assaulted on camera. I've never seen somebody get, like, child pornography. I've never seen any of that. And these people, it's their job to make sure that you do not see it. And when I saw the documentary, these people have, like, basically PTSD. They're very traumatized from this. They're in foreign countries working for American companies.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
You're gonna have to fucking bleep that shit out. Like,
yeah, no, I am, because
I don't want to get
some
SpongeBob
on
that because
so if y'all heard it, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to make it seem like we're promoting anything or anything like that.
If you can fill in the blanks, because they're not gonna hear that. We can't say that type of shit. Unfortunately, you should be able to fucking talk about this because it's real shit.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to fucking.
But YouTube is very strict about children. No, I'm serious. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
He's very strict about children, so we do have to bleep that out. So sorry if you guys are kind of confused, but if you can
That's probably going to be the first cut on here for good reason.
It's not a cut, but it's a censor.
It's
like,
a fucking
you guys get
cut.
it.
We cut shit when we got
I'm not cutting anything, and no, we're not cutting anything.
Alright, fair enough. We bleep shit when we got to. That's got to be out of there. I don't even like hearing that. But like...
I don't either, but it's reality.
It is reality.
It's reality. And I'm sorry, it's reality. It's what certain people have to do.
They are a little bit more desensitized to that type of shit in the more abroad world because if you look at like the Philippines, they have massacres.
Sorry, I didn't say that. The main people that do this job are in the Philippines. More importantly, like Milan.
Yeah, I remember that part.
The thing that fucked me up the most is when one of the younger people who was speaking on the documentary was saying what they saw that made them quit. I can't repeat that fucking bleep. I cannot repeat that because that shit, her statement stuck with me the most because just the fact that I know that is for sure happening to children, that shit fucked me up.
All I'm gonna say, because like I don't really care to, and it's fucked up. Like the same shit that needs to be spoken on. Like
Jesus,
we don't even have the heart to be talking about like that. But at the same time, with the massacres and shit that went on, they have like a dictator over there. I think that's the same spot.
Yeah,
it's
they
either
talked about that.
Or the Philippines.
You guys can watch the documentary if you want. It's called The Cleaners, and they did talk about the dictator and how a lot of the cleaners also have to work for the dictator of the Philippines, even though they're hired by U.S. companies, because they're in a very tough spot right now. They have a president, but he is very,
fucking shady.
Yeah.
I don't have to fucking...
Their president basically says if you do drugs, you deserve to be murdered, and if you murder a drug addict, then you get off, basically.
So, I don't know the stats, but thousands, if not thousands upon thousands of people were killed just off the strength of what you just said. Like, there were drug addicts or drug dealers. I think it was primarily enforced upon drug dealers, but drug dealer, drug addict, you have drugs, you're getting killed. It's the type of shit that they were on. If you've seen street violence like that done by the government, of course you're going to be desensitized.
Right.
However, as a young person, you're not even like emotionally equipped for that.
Right. And
you can fathom it. You're just not emotionally equipped
to see
for
it
that.
in real life. Like I could not imagine seeing the stuff.
In old head,
I hear about it, but I could not imagine seeing that. Like
an old head that's been doing it for a long time, they're fucking.
Yeah, because there was a lady in the documentary. She said, "I've been here for 8 years," and she was like, "Ignore, delete, ignore, delete. Oh, you see this picture? Yeah, this dude just got his head cut off with a rusty knife. That's why it looks like that. Delete." Like they were very like, no, I don't. I do this. I know. It's just that shit before I knew that shit had to go because that was fucked up. This is fucked up too, but I know that we can be adults and talk about it. But
I'm trying.
My thing is like,
that shit's not good.
I'm gonna name drop only because you can go watch this documentary yourself and it will say the same companies. The main companies that use these people, these cleaners, is like Twitter, Facebook, and Google. No, I'm gonna say Google because you know what? Google actually said straight up, we leave our shit to the algorithm. And I talked about the algorithm before. They said we leave our shit to the algorithm. We don't really outsource as much when it comes to like YouTube and places connected to Google, but when it comes to the search engine, then we use those people. And I get why they use those people for the search engine. In the documentary, they actually took Google to court for the search engine specifically because a fucking pervert can just type in XYZ, XYZ and see exactly what they want. So that's why Google cracked down on it and actually got these people from the Philippines to do that for the search engine. But when it comes to YouTube, it's mainly YouTube because it's like, you know how it is. Like when you buy a company, that person is still the CEO, but they're owned by Google. So they're just like, you know what? we're going to make sure no kids are getting harmed, blase, 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 blase. But Google is like, I don't want y'all typing shit in on some Shane Dawson shit, naked baby, and finding some shit.
But let me stop you there.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm going to stop you right there.
And then being held accountable.
I'm going to stop you right there, because at the end of the day, when you outsource a job like that, you're doing it for what reasons? You want to pay people less.
Discreetly.
Alright.
You want to be discreet. You want to pay people less.
I'm going to stop you.
No, I'm just adding on to what you're saying.
Alright.
I agree with you.
Discreet. You want to pay people less.
Yeah.
But you also don't have to fucking give them any benefits.
Right.
And the main thing that somebody would need, if they're fucking watching blankety fucking blank blank blank, and this and that and the third, you're gonna need fucking therapy.
They need therapy. They need benefits. They need... and it's so
sick.
sad, and it's so sick, because it's like, you guys can easily hire U.S. citizens, but you don't. You want to hire people so you can pay them dirt fucking poor, where mental health assistance is not accessible as easily as it is here with the right dollar. And where their government is basically like total shit because they have a dude that's practically fucking murdering people. Like, and it's so sad. He pretty much is. He's murdering people. He's murdering people.
Okay,
I'm sorry. He is murdering people.
Tighten the fuck up.
Straight up. And
There
it's so
you
crazy
go.
because in the Philippines, they have social media influencers, ex-porn stars, all types of shit that will wholeheartedly go on their platform with millions and millions of people and say, our president is great, because they're terrified. And at first when I watched the documentary, I was like, oh wow, they're sucking up. But then I thought about it and I was like, what if I was in that situation? Right?
No choice.
Like, what if I was in that situation? Of course I would be like, oh, he's the greatest, because I don't want to die. He just legalized murder. Like, it's crazy.
Before we move on, I just want to say, because like I could tell you're very passionate about that shit.
Yeah, that shit really disturbed me.
I didn't watch the whole
I watched
documentary.
The whole thing. That shit disturbed me. You guys have to watch it.
I'm just gonna say that like, you have little of a choice when you're in a dictatorship. You have to associate yourself with the propaganda, even on the free net to you, right?
We don't got freedom.
The only way that they could stop that is if everybody revolts. But the power of the dollar, they got families to feed. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But at the end of the day, we need to be held accountable and take some responsibility when it comes to, okay, we're not going to, you can't have humans. It's not YouTube anymore. It's everybody's
Right,
tube.
it's not an algorithm. Like, it's people.
It's nothing but an algorithm.
No, but I'm saying, I thought you were going to say about how, like, it's not how, like, YouTube has an algorithm. Other sites have actual people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But that algorithm is really somebody in the fucking Philippines watching and flagging shit, and then a robot picks up on it. Mm-hmm. So you might
No, it's the opposite. It's the robot picks up on it, and then the human in the Philippines.
Alright, fair enough. So we make a video about cops shooting people, and it's really just shedding light on justice, and it can't get monetized. It might get fucking taken down. Meanwhile, somebody could type in a code word and have some extra shady shit with something I can't even mention on this video, and some 17, 16-year-old in the Philippines has to watch it.
Yeah.
Take it down manually, get mentally scarred from it, but
Videos,
we can't
pictures,
talk about injustice.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It's fucking terrible. That documentary really, like, sit into me, like.
I don't know about this last shit, but I have to take a piss real quick. I'm gonna be listening to you.
You already know what this shit's about, so I'm just gonna explain to them.
Oh, that's that one dude.
Yeah, this is the last topic, so I'm
yeah,
just gonna explain to them.
I have to. Yeah, that happens on.
So we have a bathroom in the studio. So why don't you turn the fucking fan on, because I don't know what type of piss you're about to take, and we don't need to hear that in our dull ass microphone. So guys, we're finally talking about the topic that you guys have probably been all waiting for, the James Charles T. Basically, I'm going to give you guys a rundown. I've already given Daniel the rundown. For any of you guys that don't know what was going on, basically, James Charles caught himself in 2 scandals in one, where he has been accused of having predatory characteristics. I don't want to completely call him a predator, a sexual predator, because I feel like that is a very strong term. So I don't want to completely go that route. but I will say he does have predatory characteristics when it comes to straight men. And this straight male came out recently. Scratch that. James was the first one to make a tweet about it, and then that's what caused a domino effect for the straight male to come out publicly about his bi-curiosity and his adventures with James Charles. And then it made a domino effect to Tati Westbrook coming out and making a 43-minute and 9-second video, check me if I'm wrong, about her whole experience with James Charles and his ways of baiting straight men, as long as his ways of backstabbing behavior with the whole fucking sugar bear vitamins. Girls arguing over vitamins right now. I don't know what's going on. And we are going to talk about it while we end this fucking podcast.
Yo.
So
it's a fucked up situation.
It's a fucked up situation. I'm just gonna say what we both think about this, because we have talked about this today, because it's a hot topic. So I brought it to him because, you know, I do YouTube and I see everything. I don't do makeup, but I see what y'all be doing in these YouTube streets. Well, this isn't even YouTube streets news. This is like YouTube suburbia. But I told Daniel about it, and we both agreed that, Tati, why are you bringing this up now? Because James collaborated with your rival brand.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the fucking surviving R. Kelly shit, where it's like, yeah, everybody's talking about it, and yo,
sorry, I'm
not telling you what not to say.
I'm
this
just saying
is the
that
whole
R. Kelly
point
shit gets me heated too. Go ahead.
Disclaimer, I am not with all the fake pranks and the fucking bullshit. This is totally like raw.
Yeah, this is
us talking. I'm not telling you
how we talk all the time.
I'm just like, damn, you just, okay, do your thing. But what I'm saying is, knowing is half the fucking evidence in any other fucking court of law. If you know some shit's going on, don't fucking come when it's convenient and be like, oh, I know this is going on. This shit's been going on for a minute. Because once you do that, you're not only saying that you had extreme disregard for what was going on when it was convenient for you to not know about it or to not acknowledge it, but at the same time, you're kind of just as guilty. Because if you can't fucking have somebody that just escaped from prison in this house. You're harboring a fugitive.
Exactly.
So if you're fucking thinking that this dude's such a piece of shit, predator-ass motherfucker, and you've been co-signing him for years, putting people in the position to be taken advantage of potentially, what does that say about you? And I don't know any of these people. I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I just like talking.
When we talked about this shit, this is the first time I've ever heard of Tati Westbrook. And that's basically because I'm not a makeup girl. Like, if any of you guys are looking at this because of my channel, you guys know I'm not a makeup girl. But I knew of James Charles mainly because his cousin's girlfriend is like a makeup girl. And
shout out to Mariana.
Yeah, shout out to Mariana.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, boo.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it, boo. Keep doing it.
All that shit.
For
you
real.
Putting in hard work.
We'll link her stuff down below. Fuck it. We'll link her stuff down below. But literally, like, that's the only reason how I knew about it, because I got really interested after she was like, oh yeah, I do makeup. Do you do makeup? And I was like, no, I don't. I'm a piece of shit. So I looked it up. And I saw James Charles, you know? Yeah. And like, that's the only reason why I knew about him, but I never knew about Tati Westbrook. And like, I saw that shit and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? How could you be with a dude and we talked about this because, like, okay, everybody got heated about The Weeknd saying how he would fuck a lesbian, right? But for whatever reason, James Charles has been saying constantly, oh, I love straight men.
Wait, not just saying. He's been doing it too.
He's been doing it constantly.
From what we see.
Constantly. Oh, I love straight men. Ooh, straight men. Oh my God, straight men don't know how to flirt. Oh my God, straight men this, straight men that.
And you know, hold on. I got this shit tatted. He wasn't just saying, like, I will fuck a lesbian straight. It sounded like that's just some shit he's been through. I don't totally agree with it, but I mean, artistry, you talk about what you see, whatever.
I feel like The Weeknd, if that was true, he should have said one time I and then went along with it.
I mean, he's an artist. I wouldn't tell you how to do your art. Not taking up for it. He's just giving his depiction. But when you every day That's why I love doing this.
Yeah,
You
I love
fucking
you too.
agree.
Agree to disagree.
I love you.
I love you too.
But what I'm saying is, I love this whole process because that's what it's all about. Everybody's always gonna try to take up for this person and that person and shit.
Yeah, no. And again, guys,
This
if
is
y'all
not
are
to
watching
take
this
up
our
for
podcast,
anybody.
dude, we're gonna have lots of opinions that don't match. So if you're expecting us to be
Or
like
that don't
one
matter.
fucking
like,
one, like no, because that's how we get along so well. Like, bro, we're not gonna have the same fucking viewpoint all the time. And like, you might agree with him, and then you might agree with me. That's the beauty of it. We're not trying to be like, oh no, fuck, like, bruh, no. Like, we both love each other, but
yeah, we gonna clash.
we're going to clash.
But like
but
I
we
was
still gonna
saying,
love each other.
that was like speaking on some. All right, theoretically, yeah, maybe hypothetically, yeah, maybe physically, yeah. But when you go around fucking, yeah, this is what you are. You're not fucking
that's
straight.
weird,
You're
weird.
gay.
Yeah,
Everybody's
that's
got
weird.
some gay in them.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
know you're gay.
Why are you doing
I know
this?
you're. Fuck, dude, that's fucking creepy. That's some fucking Harvey Weinstein shit.
Yeah, it is.
But
and honestly, that has happened to me before, and it's not even been
fuck.
to girls that I was like pursuing. I've had girls who I was friends with that were lesbians that would constantly tell me, "Oh my god, you're bisexual? Nah, you're a lesbian because you've had more sex with girls than you have with guys, so you're a lesbian, and you
That's
don't
shady.
really like guys." And it's just like, dude, like, what the fuck? And I feel like the main thing that was a problem with the James and the model situation was like, people have a misinterpretation between bi-curiosity and bisexuality. And I told you that earlier, where it's like,
I don't really.
people can be bi-curious, and like, I looked at the stats, and it's more so like, women are a little bit more fluid with their sexuality, men are a little bit more rigid. Like, men, like, it's a very small percentage of men that may be a little bit bi-curious, but women have a more high percentage of being more bi-curious. It does not mean that you are bisexual. I have seen girls that I went to high school with that would brag about kissing girls at parties. I got close to one of them, and it was time to get down. They were like, yo, honestly, I'm not with that. And I respected that. And I was like, you know what? I kind of I figured, like, I'm not going to pressure you. And that's what you're supposed to do in those situations, because we're all young. We're just trying to figure ourselves out. James, on the other hand, was like, what you mean you ain't gonna do this with me? You was doing this and this with me before. Now you don't want to do it? Now you don't want to pull out? Oh, you a con artist. Like, it's like, bruh, like...
Now, the one thing that I'm like, what the fuck? You showed me that video. You were watching that video. Fucking, who was it? Like, Paige? And she was like...
Oh, yeah, Petty Paige, yeah.
She was like, and shout out to you. You always fucking do your thing. Whatever. You do your thing.
For sure, I fuck with Petty Paige.
But, like, she said, like, there was something said at a dinner table, and I was like, yo, you said some shit.
Yes.
Nigga,
Yes.
what you got to say?
Shout out to Petty Paige for that, dude.
Like, cause I watched the whole video.
I'm gonna link Petty Paige's video.
And I don't usually watch those type of videos, you know that.
Yeah, I do.
But she said, one thing the whole time I was thinking is like, why wait until now to expose a discrepancy in somebody's character? And why wait? And not only why wait, what was said that you have ammunition flak on? Because that's like a preliminary thing you do when somebody first starts talking shit. Not when they're fucking losing millions of subscribers a day.
Especially when Tati is like, I got stacks of receipts. I got this, I got that. And it's just like, bro,
where they at?
Waiting on this dude's downfall. Fuck where they at. I know she has them.
No, but no, when I say where they at, like,
you should have
let's go. What the
right
fuck?
when that video happened.
I done exposed
like,
the shit out of people for doing sketchy shit. That's what, like, I'm not with that bullshit. I'm not a perfect person. I love it. I respect you and your fucking grind, because people think that you're trying to be cookie cutter, but you talk about your own life. You cross-examine yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like, whereas a lawyer would be like, if I fucking murdered a school teacher, I would never do that. Like, I love fucking teachers. They taught me everything. But, hypothetically, my lawyer would be like, yo, this dude's a piece of shit. He can't drive, what the fuck? He can't dress. He's tacky as fuck. He's ugly as shit, but he's not a murderer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck is this person holding this fucking evidence that's so telling of this person's character?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, like when Petty Page was talking about the dinner that they had on the Jaclyn Hill release and how like James said something, but she didn't say what it was, and she insinuated like, oh, that it was probably something racist. I totally believe that, because it's like, it's one thing to be like, oh, this person is baiting straight men, but it's a whole different ballpark to say that someone is a racist. And a lot of people pointed out that Tati had Jeffree Star products in her fucking little boutique area. Me personally, I am just like, bruh, the whole Jeffree Star thing, and this is just me. You guys are free to have your own opinion. But I really did appreciate his apology. I did. And you guys can take that however way you want. But I did appreciate it because he acknowledged that he was a piece of shit and he was doing piece of shit behavior, and that is not cool. And that's what I like in an apology.
It's not like an apology when you do it like that. It's more like an explanation.
Yeah,
like nobody wants a fucking I'm sorry. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
If
we can break down what a real YouTube apology is too. We'll do that in a second. But I can appreciate that was going on. But the fact that Tati is still affiliated with Jeffree and she knows how much racism can fuck with your career, that she did not say that. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold that shit back.
We're not.
Okay, so the camera died again, and it's lit. Okay, so
seriously though, we're not gonna sit here and act like. Fuck, hold on. What were we?
Yeah, I don't even know, dude. All I know is that like I really do feel like what they were saying at the table was a racist comment, because it's like, however else would she feel the need to call James in private? And I'm not really sure how like things go with like racial situations, because I do have people in my family who are not people of color, and like when things do happen, I feel the need personally to let them know in that moment. I don't really like pull them aside after everything's said and done. I tell them in that moment, because the same way that they said in that moment what they said so confidently, I tell them in that moment like, hey, that's not okay. But I understand how there's some camaraderie in between race, because I know like shit, even me, I have camaraderie in between my race and shit like that. So I know probably she felt like I can just tell him outside of the group and tell him, hey, this was not cool or whatever. Which I would wish she would have said it in his face, the same way she said in his face in front of what's his name, Gabe. I don't know, I might be wrong. Or that Latina dude with the white hair, where she told him in his kitchen like, hey, stop baiting straight men or whatever. I wish she would have done that at the dinner, but I really do feel like there was a racial issue going on. But
we're not gonna sit here and act like in this cancel culture right now, she did not release that information, because once you know that some shit was going on and you didn't put it out there, you're not fucking canceled.
Over.
And you can see, I fucking was on YouTube with you, and we were on trending, and you know how they did the PewDiePie versus T-Series, like the fucking,
and they did they're
both
doing that
fucking
with Tati
going
and
down.
James right now,
yeah, the dude James is going down exponentially,
but Tati's still going up, down, up, down,
no,
up,
but
down, down,
James
down,
is
up,
plummeting
down,
exponentially, but fucking Tati's going up and down, but the down far exceeds the up. I mean, I might be wrong at the time of this release, but I doubt it.
Because people are not stupid. And that's what people fail to realize. Like, some YouTubers, when they get to a certain point, I don't doubt it.
No, not that people are stupid. I just highly doubt that
people
she's
realize
fucking going up instead of down.
No, she's not going up.
Because you fucked up.
But some YouTubers fail to realize that it's just like, people are not dumb. Like, people aren't dumb. You have grown people watching you. Like, sure, the majority of your demographic may be kids under the age of 16, but that's just the majority. And if your whole subscriber count is 16 million and your majority, you know that your minority is probably a few million. So what the fuck do you expect to happen?
I don't know. I feel like people are gonna keep watching.
Oh, for sure. They love a fucking
until
train wreck.
You're fucking not tasteful to watch, or they're fucking what's the word? You're
bored.
Not even that. Your masochistic desires fulfilled, and you're just tired of seeing this person self-destruct. Like, one of those two things are gonna happen. You could fucking be the most hated person ever. They might unsubscribe. They might fucking disclaim you, but they're gonna keep watching until you're not tasteful, or they're tired of seeing you self-destruct. You've self-destructed enough. So these people might even still get their little money, but like, you have to accept when you're in these people's position, because we're not fucking millionaires right now, right? If you're a fucking millionaire off this shit, you can't be trying to be a predator off people's sexuality.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You can't be trying to hold receipts on your so-called friends, like,
Right.
oh, when this
That's
day
not
comes,
cool
I
either.
know you're a piece of shit, but
Right, I'm
whatever,
gonna release
whatever.
this, right.
No, it says a lot about your character, and at the end of the day, everything in the dark is going to come to light. You can't do
Right.
that. Be responsible with your fucking platform.
Right.
Be a man or a woman about it, regardless of what your gender belief is or what your sexuality is. Handle your fucking business and be responsible.
Because, like, real shit, and not to, like, draw attention towards me or anything, but real shit, a lot of the people that some
With your
of my
fucking
subscribers,
purple
yeah,
fucking-
with my blinking cat ears,
Not to draw attention.
not to draw attention to myself. But like a lot of the people that my subscribers are always like, oh, you should collab with this person, you should collab with this person, blah blah blah. Like, collabs aren't my thing, but a lot of the people you guys tell me to collab with, I actually talk to these people on a regular basis. I text them, I talk to them, and they talk to me, and I talk to them about things. And I don't screen record them. They don't screen record me. We don't screenshot text message. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't understand how some YouTubers can just be like, oh, this person's saying something outrageous, let me screen record him and fucking screenshot these text messages. Like, it's just weird. And a lot of these people, I'm not going to say them by name, but a lot of these people are like people that you watch, people that I comment on their videos, they comment on mine, but it's just like, and then y'all see that and you're like, oh, you guys should collab, and it's like, dude, you guys have to realize that, like, people have lives, and, like, some people's lives aren't, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the time. People have stuff going on. People don't want to do that. And then some people, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but the collab culture of YouTube is dead. Have y'all noticed that everybody who collabs always ends up fucking beefing or seems unnatural as fuck on camera just because they want to appease the masses and get the views and get the money? Like,
Yeah,
money isn't
definitely
worth it when it comes to legit relationships that you're trying to
even
form
with
people.
the James dude and the what's the fucking girl's name?
Tati. Yeah.
All right.
Tati helped him.
You said, yeah, she helped him, but you said he was doing something with CoverGirl.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially made a deal with the devil. She said, what, come over to YouTube, come make these fucking videos.
Right.
He could have been straight. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, whatever, not in the public spotlight. But like I said before, once you cross over to that realm of your fucking voice is your fucking check, it's your coins, like you say.
Yeah.
You fucking run the liability of saying some bullshit
Yep.
or being associated with some bullshit.
Yep.
And if that's what type of person you are, whatever, I hope not. But when you made that deal, like, okay, I want more, you could have been fine. Now you're suffering the consequences. Maybe you'll bounce back, maybe not. It's not up for me to decide. I'm just watching all this shit.
And then, again, not name dropping, but I know my adult viewers can peep the tea, but it's just like, if you guys notice who certain YouTubers are friends with and who they drop, that should be enough of a flag for you to know how they actually operate. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because it's like, I've never had any public shit going on with me, but I'm just saying, like, with certain people who are publicly, I don't show any of my friends public, like, give me a second, I'll put myself on.
So we're gonna wrap it up. That was the first fucking podcast. If you want to see more of us just being in
that's
our...
like a real abrupt, like, ending, since I was, like, in the middle of a sentence.
I mean, we kind of kept it real. Like,
yeah, we did, but I just feel like we're dragging
be
this shit on.
responsible with
Like,
your
honestly,
fucking platform.
Be responsible with your
That's
platform. Be very responsible with your friends. Don't double cross your friends. And if you do, make sure that you're not in a fucking position where that friend has receipts on you, because they're most likely double crossing your ass too. And now y'all both looking stupid.
Not only
like,
that,
what?
not only that, fucking watch the laws. When they're fucking trying to pass shit, watch the laws so you don't fucking be caught abrupt when they're trying to do shady shit. If you're going to fucking do a sponsorship with a big name company, make sure you read the fine print and don't get fucking used. Don't fuck your fucking twin baby mamas, dude. That's some bullshit. If you're gonna fucking bring a new special to Netflix, fucking make sure it's authentic.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about right now, y'all need to go watch the other snippets. So
rewind back into it, or fucking watch the whole video. Yeah, because we're most likely gonna have to post this shit in snippets because of YouTube's trash ass like fucking upload laws. So if you know what we're talking about, go watch it with the other snippets. If you're on Instagram and you're a fucking what do they call themselves? Social media influencer.
Yes.
Fucking just be yourself, dude.
Yeah,
stop trying to sell the dream. Like,
it'll make a lot of people respect you.
Serious, a lot more, especially me, because I like real shit.
Ayesha Curry, do you, boo?
If you're a big company, bro, do not have people in third world countries trying to clean up our fucking mess.
That's kind of harder said than done, because they're gonna do it, and we're just
they're gonna do it.
People in this fucking trash ass.
All right, how about this then? Fucking look into that and then cause a ruckus, because they got us all fucked up.
How about this? Fuck. Big companies, offer your employees mental health, because shit,
their job
they need it, because I could not imagine doing what they were doing. Like, please offer it.
And last but not least, if you're gonna fucking put somebody out for some shit that you knew that they were doing, let's do it before it's fucking convenient to you, please. Because at the end of the day, you're just as guilty if you know about some shit than if you just wait for some shit to just boil up and to have something to do with you. And with that being said...
No, I got one more thing to say.
Hey, man, that's what we do.
Old white men, stop telling women what to do with their fucking bodies. Shit. Damn it. That's the first thing we talked about. No, we gotta, like, bruh, stop it.
I already touched on that.
Let us do what we want to do. Damn it.
Goddamn.
It's our bodies.
You're right. And
because when y'all get charged for child, I love you. When y'all get charged for child support, when we got a 6-week-old embryo in our fucking vagina, I don't want to hear shit on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Y'all gonna have to pay that fucking child support.
If the law passed, just fucking, you know what to do. She just said a mouthful.
Pay your fucking child support. If that's what y'all want to do. Somebody needs to get pregnant by the fucking Senate in that bitch. Make them pay child support. Then with that, I'm done.
If you like this podcast, give it a big thumbs up. I know it's always been a little single-sided, and now we're finally on the same wavelength. We're just two Geminis trying to fucking muscle up.
For sure. Give us some suggestions on what you want us to talk about, like hot topics throughout the week, or just some things you've thought about, and we'll research it. And
it's the 12th right now. We'll be back on the 19th. You'll probably see it by the 20th.
Saturdays?
Shit, we're gonna have enough shit to post.
Are we gonna post something? Let us know what time of the day and what day of the week you want us to post, so that you guys can most likely be involved. Put it in the comment section. We'll do a survey on what's the most popular answer, and we'll post it then.
And we'll have our mics and all the extra production.
Yeah, our mics are pretty trash right now.
So I mean, fuck with us. Stay tuned, motherfucker.